What's up, everybody? Welcome to an all-new Watching Nerdy. I am James. We've got...
I'm Kevin.
Got Brandon.
Logan, yeah. And we're gonna do another 4 episodes of the anime My Hero Academia. So if you haven't already, shoot over to YouTube, subscribe to the channel, and go ahead and watch that first episode where we recap the first 4 episodes of My Hero Academia. We're gonna try this time to
streamline that a little bit.
Yeah, streamline it and maybe not make it an hour and 17 minutes. But if we do, it's just because
we geeked out on it a little bit.
We lack discipline.
Yeah.
We might go off on tangents.
Let's see. Something I also didn't do in the last episode is, like, you can tell you the places where you can reach us. So go like us on Facebook at gosh, I haven't done this in forever. Facebook.com/TalkingNerdy815, and if you have questions, you can leave us a comment there. If you have suggestions for the show, leave it there. You can also email us at talkingnerdy815@gmail.com. I think that's all for that. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, obviously. So let's just jump in. Let's go ahead and knock this one out. So we watched 5, 6, 7, and 8. So episode 5 was What I Can Do for Now. You know what I didn't do, though, is keep track of what Kevin had, because Kevin's never seen the show. Yeah, and Kevin made some predictions of what these 4 episodes would be.
Honestly,
and I totally forgot what they were.
I don't think I was far off.
No, well, not with this one, because you said something like
he can't use his power.
Yeah, so he's got to figure out something else to do. But anyways, we'll get better at that.
Nah.
So this one was, we finally got to, they're in school now.
Yeah,
finally
get
high
to meet
school.
some of the other,
and we get to meet some characters. Yeah.
An anime in high school? Who'd have thought?
Oh my god!
Sorry, this is gonna sound real loud. Does anybody want to try this?
I've tried Jaeger.
Does anybody want to try this bottle of Jaeger? Merle?
Sure.
That's not a good. That's
No,
not a
I
good
like
sign.
the smell. I'm gonna. So we may not do this every time, but I felt like doing some drinking tonight, so I'm gonna be drinking.
Hopefully,
I may get
he was just that moved by
I may
the
get a little
episode.
tipsy tonight, so. But I'm not gonna let it be a
Three Ninjas.
3 Ninjas thing again. I won't get
Well,
that.
Drew's not here, so y'all won't be crossing streams.
Yeah, not tonight. Oh, that's good stuff.
Ooh,
So anyways,
that's good anime.
so it's the first day of class at UA, and Izuku is in class 1A, the hero course.
Of course, he would be the first one. Most
It's
important.
broken into 2 classes of 20 students each. You have 8. Each class is supposed to only have 18. But since there were 4 students brought in on recommendations, each class got 2 extra, which is why there's 40 students total.
Boom.
I didn't even know that.
Mm-mm.
I didn't know that was the reason.
And so, yeah, like Merle said, we get to finally meet some of the classmates and the people that are going to be, making up, obviously, the bulk of this show.
Before we even get to his first day at school, they show a clip of him talking with All Might on the beach. And I'm glad that All Might pointed out that he had nothing to do with the scoring process, because I was getting a little irritated at how much of a heads up Deku has been getting.
Okay.
Like, he's been given powers. His homeboy is on the panel, It's like the only thing he really accomplished was he got 6-pack abs. Everything else was just granted to him. But with them having All Might say, "Oh, I didn't actually have anything to do with the score," that gives him a little more credibility.
Sure.
Makes it seem
yeah.
like he earned something.
Right.
As opposed to just being
He didn't fall into it.
that all he did was, swallowed some DNA and all of a sudden he's
Some DNA.
Super in.
Yeah, that's true. And so let me ask you, Kevin. Now that you've seen some of the students, does anybody stand out for you? that you're or like interested in that you want to see like more of or
I mean, not really.
no? Not like just over the 4 episodes, not just like specifically this episode, just
What's his name? Kacha?
Kachan?
Kachan. That's
Bakugo,
it.
yeah.
Katsuki Bakugo.
He's still the most interesting because he's the only one who has any kind of development. I mean,
Okay.
he's got a few extra episodes under his belt, so that's an advantage for him. But he's definitely a narcissist, which is something.
Yeah.
But
As
see,
opposed
here's
to-
the thing with season 1. Besides him, this season 1 is all about Deku. Like everyone else is just basically at this point cardboard cutout caricatures.
Yeah, pretty much. It doesn't really. They don't really do any more character development until season 2.
Yeah. Like we know who they are, but we don't know who they are.
Yeah.
We know their names, we just don't know what makes them tick.
You know their names. You're told them once, but you probably won't remember them in season
Yeah.
1.
I remember one girl's name, but it's not from this episode. She's in there, Sue.
So you also in-
Just
yeah.
because that's a name to me.
It's Suyu.
Nope. It's,
Suyu.
But she wants to be called Sue.
She
so.
wants to be called Sue. Yeah.
Yeah.
it took me several episodes of Sword Art Online to call her Asuna instead of Asuna. So
I got those names pretty quickly.
You still don't know Kachan. What'd you call him? Kakai?
John.
Kaka,
yeah,
Kaka, good old cockeyed Willie.
yeah.
So what they do, so they're
Chicken.
divvied up into they meet their homeroom teacher.
They're homies.
Yes, the homies. And
Oh man.
so we're introduced to. He's a pro hero now. He's one of the ones that he's not like All Might, who's all out in the open.
He's not the Superman kind. He's the Batman kind.
Exactly. His name is Shoto Aizawa, or his hero name is Eraserhead, and his quirk is if he looks at you,
He
he
cancels
can
out.
cancel out your quirk. Now, if he has to stay looking at you though. If he blinks or if he looks away at all, you can get your quirk back. You know, but he's their homeroom teacher, and apparently he's like the toughest one because All Might kind of freaks out that Deku is put in his class because he's afraid
He's
probably
gonna be singled
gonna
out.
probably gonna single him out. Yeah. And so in order
and
this
this dude has a reputation as a hard ass.
right. So Aizawa decides he wants to kind of test their quirks out,
See what they're made of.
see what they're made of,
See their guts.
by doing some normal ass,
Like
PEs.
fitness test.
yeah, PE stuff,
Like
yeah,
Cool
the
cool
president's
stuff,
fitness
but
test.
yes,
using your
but you can
quirks.
use your quirks, right? So like they do, they see how far they can throw a ball. They do like what is a long jump thing,
Standing long jump,
50-meter
the 50-meter
dash,
dash, the
sit-ups.
sit-ups, and they did the thing where you have to touch your toes.
Blech.
You're laying down,
Oh,
and you
okay.
have to touch your toes with the tips of your
It
fingers.
is to be said that this is the first time they've been able to do this while doing these kind of exercises. Because
Use the quirks.
Yes, because
Yes.
in like in middle school, they want everybody to be fair, so you can't use your quirk.
Right. And unfortunately, Deku is at the bottom of the list when they get their
Somehow.
Somehow, yes, somehow.
when they get their points. Or is it? Does he point? He gives them points,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
It's
for,
like,
for each
based
individual
Based
thing
off
you get
your,
to do.
like results
Right.
throughout the thing.
And the only
and-
thing Deku did really well at it was the ball throw.
Right, because he was able to focus one for all into
Into
one finger and chunk the ball with it instead of
705
breaks that
meters
finger instead
instead
of
of
breaking
his
his
whole arm,
arm.
which he was gonna do before Aizawa.
Oh, that's
canceled
right.
his
Yeah,
quirk.
he was gonna do the full arm. Aizawa cancels his quirk, gives him a little pep talk
Pep.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Now he's
Kinda
kind of like, you're useless if you're going to
Yeah.
do this. Get out. You're
Right.
You suck.
Yeah, there's no point in you being a hero that breaks himself after one punch is useless. You know.
A broken hero is a useless hero.
Right. So that just fuels Deku though to find a way to prove Homeboy wrong.
Gets him right. in the
And so
finger.
they do drag that sucker out though.
Forever.
The ball throwing. So like
Yeah,
he starts
the
it,
wind up is quick.
and he's giving that inner monologue though,
and then
you know,
it just stops.
and you see and the lightning starts flashing around his you know, and then gets all the way to the tip of the finger and the ball's going and it's showing on his face and it's 2-3 minutes in, he still hasn't thrown the ball, and then finally he gets the ball thrown and it goes 7. It matches.
Of course he doesn't. It matches Bakugo.
Bakugo.
705 meters.
Maybe like 0.2 ahead.
Yeah.
But of course he wasn't the best at that because Uraraka threw an infinity throw.
Now Uraraka, of course, her quirk is 0 gravity, so
It literally went forever.
yeah, it just floats on. Modest Mouse on all float on, and she just chunks it right, infinite space. I wonder what that ball's just floating around.
Yeah, it's steadily
She
gone.
released it. It would have fallen eventually. What if it
It
hit?
not
What
have
if
got
it
to
did
space though, and then
Yeah.
True.
if
'Cause once
she
it got
releases
into
it in space, then it's just gonna float,
keep
right?
But what if
floating.
what if it went for a while and then she released it and then it dropped and hit somebody?
It killed him.
Imagine flying from that high.
I'm sure life's pretty cheap in this universe.
And so Deku is unfortunately put at the bottom. Oh, we forgot to mention that Aizawa threatened them with the person who scores the lowest in this thing is
gets
getting expelled. So
First day expelled. Not a good way to start.
Deku's scared because he's obviously like, I'm gonna fail this. I can't use my quirk. I'm gonna fail this, you know. And he's like, if I use it at the beginning of these things, well then I'm fucked for the rest of the thing. And if I use it at the end though, I'm still screwed because I'm gonna break myself, you know.
Yeah.
But turns out that he was just messing with them. He's not gonna expel anybody. And then let's see what else. I'm trying to make this go kind of quick, you know, so we don't.
Yeah, well, as All Might confronted him about it, he said you were going to expel him, but you saw potential in him specifically, and that's why you changed your mind at the end. So yeah,
Right.
he would have expelled.
Yeah, he has no
Momo, if
qualms
she had
about
been last,
expelling
for example.
somebody
Yeah.
that he doesn't feel has potential. But he showed some by being able to at least start showing signs that he's going to control this quirk one day
Right.
by focusing the energy into one finger instead of his whole arm.
So I know it's a little premature, but let's just go over. I think it's gonna. Obviously, the three of us will be able to do this. Kevin can't quite get in on this, but let's just go over the students real quick.
Okay.
Okay. So you've got Deku. We know his quirk, one for all.
Swallowing DNA.
Bakugo.
Yep. Anyway,
He can excrete his sweat
Is
like
It's
a nitroglycerin like sweat.
Yeah, that he can focus in his palms and make it explode.
Right. Which I like. The cool thing of that Bakugo does, and we'll see it later on in these episodes that we're going to talk about. He uses it in more ways than just making explosions. you
Yeah,
know?
like he can use it as propulsion.
Yeah, we see it in one time in this episode where he just shoots them and he's able to push himself forward. And he'll use it in cooler ways as
Yeah.
he, in later episodes. So it's
also,
not just
He's smart.
throwing out a badass
He's smart
explosion.
enough to use it wisely.
Right. That's the thing that about Bakugo is he's
He's full of himself.
he's
but
a
he
dick and
kinda
but he's like he can most of the time
can
back
back
up
up
what
his
he
talk.
He has a huge ego, but he can back it up almost
Right.
all the time.
right. He
Well,
has
he was a big fish in a little pond, and now he's in a bigger pond. So it's
Right.
like his little narcissistic trip is threatened.
right. And we get more Bakugo backstory later on. We get a backstory for quite a few of the characters. They
they're
still haven't
skimping on a few.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. So we've got who else we got? So we got Deku, Bakugo. So we got Uraraka. We talked about zero gravity.
Mhm.
She can
Anything
nullify the
touches,
gravitational pull on
Right.
any object she touches, and then she can release it.
We've
She was
got.
James's favorite.
She is my favorite. She's my favorite girl. And we'll figure that stuff out later on because that's all about the development of the character and why I like her. But I don't want to spoil any of that. Another girl is Momo Yaoyorozu.
Yaoyorozu.
She can create this. I guess
She
we are getting into
uses-
spoiler territory here a bit.
She
but-
uses her lipids, her fat cells, to create objects, but she has to know the molecular structure of the object.
Thank you, Bill Nye.
The
got real
but
se-
it
you got real
also
serious in
only
that.
really works. The more
She has to
skin
have her.
to-
Yeah, she has to have her. That's why her costume is.
This is
So
many things, but
revealing.
not science.
Yeah,
She has to have her. She has to have her costume very
revealing.
Skimpy.
revealing because
Oh, I didn't notice.
it comes out of her
Skin.
skin. You know.
The more skin she has,
But she can
exposed,
create
the
anything
more,
that's
the
not
bigger
living.
objects. That
She could make a
Right.
microwave.
She could. She
That'd
could
be
make.
so
She
dope.
can make anything not living, as long as she knows. Like Mo said. You got Shoto Todoroki. who
Half
is,
cold, half hot.
Half cold, half hot. Yeah.
We'll
half
find out
cold, half
exactly
hot.
how that works later. It's
Um,
kind of messed up.
Let's see. You got Tokoyami. who
My
is,
favorite.
He's got that dark shadow
Yeah, he's with like living within him is this like
entity.
shadow bird.
Is
I
that,
think-
I was gonna say, is that crow thing?
Yes.
I think it's like there's a video game called like The Darkness or The Darkness 2 where it's basically the same thing. A guy has a darkness thing and it like does a bunch of shit.
Yeah, he can.
Now, Dark Shadow has a mind. Well, we'll find this out.
Yeah, he has
later,
a mind
too.
of its
It has
own.
a mind of its own, and it gets stronger and less controllable the darker it is.
Right. Let's see. You got Suyu.
Suyu,
who
she's
is
a frog.
She's a frog.
She's a
does
frog
anything-
That's her quirk.
Anything a
It's-
frog can do.
Anything she can do. Anything a frog can do.
Fantastic.
Just like Spider-Man.
I was gonna say just like Toad from X-Men.
Oh yeah, Toad was
So-
another.
Spider-Man. We got I don't remember his first name. It was Sero. Who
Sarah.
has
The
tape.
tape.
that comes out of his elbows.
He's true.
Oh, I saw that. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with him?
just
But he can. But it's like a Spider-Man type. He can like shoot him up and like he can swing around or
he can tape crawl.
you know,
and-
And
Yeah.
if you use it
Tape
too
slam.
much, his elbows get a little bit sore.
Yeah.
A little bit chafed.
Let's see. You got Mineta,
Mineta the pervert.
the perv.
Grape juice.
Great. He can pop the balls off of his head and they're sticky.
Yeah, you saw him use
But
it
they
They're
don't
in
stick
the-
to
super-
him though.
they're super
They don't
sticky.
stick to him. So
That's
that's
why
why
he
he
can
was like
bounce off of
bouncing.
Yeah.
Do you remember that sidestep thing? He was
Yeah, the
bouncing off.
sidestep.
He's the comedy relief.
He is, yeah.
inside a comedy. So
Right.
I
Although
don't
he
think I'm
does
gonna be a
show a
big
little
fan.
bit of using his opponent's weaknesses against them a little later on, especially in the finals when she kind of
With Midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
when he plays on her sadistic side.
So we got Kirishima,
Kirishima.
whose quirk is hardening,
He gets hard
and he can
He can literally get hard.
harden his body.
whenever he wants.
oh, is this the guy with red hair?
Yes.
Yeah.
We've got Kaminari, who's the electric.
Dude, that,
Electricity.
that if he uses it too much.
But see,
he
that's the
turns
cool
into a
thing.
dunce.
That is the cool thing about this show is that besides like, well, Bakugo doesn't really show much weakness with his quirk, but everybody has like a weakness, you know. Especially obviously Deku's got a big ass weakness.
Yeah,
but,
because it destroys
like
his mind.
Kaminari, for instance.
It
Just
short circuits his brain.
yeah, and he just becomes an idiot if he uses his electricity too much.
The Ito kid doesn't really seem to have a weakness yet.
Ito, yeah.
He needs space to reach his top speed, but I mean,
Yeah,
so does Bowser in Mario Kart. He's still the best.
His quirk is engine, so he has these engines.
He's got literal
popping out of his
engines.
legs.
Disgusting.
They're
in
real
his
creepy.
calves.
They're real creepy.
It is
Yeah.
creepy.
Disgusting.
It is creepy. Yeah.
Why is everyone such a freak?
Well, because that's the cool thing about it. It's not just these random ass superpowers that people have. These are like most of these affect your body. You know.
They also show later that his entire family,
Yeah.
not in the same place, but they have engines.
Every, like his brother, they're in his
Elbows.
elbows.
So let's see what else we got.
Tail man.
We got Ojiro.
His,
Yeah.
his quirk is
He has a tail.
a big tail.
But
It's-
the cool thing about Ojiro though is he's a martial artist. So like.
Well, I mean, if your ability is that you have a prehensile
Right,
tail,
so he
then
has,
yeah.
he has to
You
have
have
something
to
to
help.
back it up. Yeah.
His costume is a karate gi.
But he has to, he can use the tail for a lot of cool stuff. I actually really like that character.
It reminds me of the movie Splice.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
No.
Such a shit movie, but cool concept.
Yeah.
Let's see. Come on.
Chiro.
Sato.
Sato.
Sugar Man.
He gets real strong but real stupid whenever he eats sugar.
Yeah, but he has to consume a lot of sugar to
Captain
Bulk
Diabetes.
Who the
I'm
hell was that?
Captain
Was that the guy in the
Diabetes.
luchador mask?
the one with the big lips.
Who was the one in the wrestling mask?
So that's I think he's talking about you talking about Duplo arms?
No.
No, he's talking
he-
about
he's
the
pretty
sugar
solid.
Oh no,
guy.
that's his lips.
Yeah,
Those
he
are his
wears
lips.
a full suit, and all you see of his face is his lips.
Yeah.
And his eyes.
In his eyes, obviously.
But we got the dude who has the Dupla arms who can like make
His name is like Shinji
he
or
wears the
something like that?
Kakashi mask.
yeah, Shinjo or something
Shinjo.
like that.
Yeah.
Again, disgusting.
Yeah, it's weird. That one's weird, but it
Yeah, because it's like he could pop eyeballs, mouths,
Ears.
and each
and he can fly with them too.
each thing can pop like more
Multiple
out,
things.
you know.
Yeah.
So it does get weird, but he's actually pretty cool too. Jiro, who has the earphone jacks on her ears,
Her earlobes are literal jacks.
and she can do some pretty cool stuff. Like
Like her costume has speakers in her boots that can relay her heartbeat.
yeah, and it
Ow.
shoots that out. It's great. It's great,
It's a
right?
sound-based
Sounds
one.
pretty limited, but okay.
Let's see. We've got Coda.
Coda.
Who can
He
talk
talk
to
to
animals.
animals.
He's the one who looks like
A rock.
Rock dude. Have you noticed him in the
You got a
background?
big.
Maybe in the background.
He's got a pointy head. His
Yeah.
costume is like a onesie.
Oh, and we forgot about Aoyama,
Oh yeah,
Naval
the-
laser.
Naval laser.
Oh yeah, he stands out though.
who has
He doesn't even-
He's
He
full of
Monami.
himself.
shoots a laser out of his belly
Always does like this when he's getting ready to shoot.
button. I think that might be
Hagakure.
Hagakure, the invisible chick. Yeah,
Yeah.
invisible.
It's,
chick.
it's understood. You forget about her. She's invisible.
That-
I was I was waiting for y'all to move on and be like, wait, we forgot something. We forgot the best girl.
I could not forget about her.
I guess that's that.
She's in every single shot of the entire
that might
show.
be it.
Yeah, even when she's not there.
It's just her and John Cena.
Wait a
Or,
minute, we're
uh,
still forgetting somebody.
The new thing is.
We forgot Acid Chick.
Oh yeah,
She's-
Mino Ashido or something like that. Shoots acid. out of
Mio Ashido.
it.
Ashido.
Yeah.
That's her name.
Oh, I said, did I pronounce it wrong?
Yes,
I'm
you
sorry.
did pronounce it wrong.
Uh,
You gotta say the right Japanese.
Shoots acid out.
Kind of looks like a bug.
That
That's
might
actually
be,
because the acid affected her skin tone. Like it affected what controls skin tone?
Pigment.
Yeah, the pigment. What's that stuff called?
Melanin.
What? Yeah, it affected that, and that's why she's pink.
awesome. Oh, in the manga, were we talking the other day about seeing Suyu's folks, her family? When you wanted to see them whenever they.
Oh yeah. I want to see like we've seen a few of
the
the
parents.
classmates' parents, but we haven't seen all of them yet.
We haven't seen the animal people's parents.
Yeah,
See if
we
they're
We saw
animals.
his mom.
his mother. She was so proud
She was
of
so
him
happy
for
that he got
getting
into
UA.
UA.
He
She
gave
looks
him a
exactly
big
like
ol'
him.
hug.
Who?
Coda?
Coda's
Oh
mother.
yeah, no, yeah.
You said
But
the
I
animal people.
Yeah, he's not. He's a rock. He's not an animal.
Oh, you mean animal like
Like
Tokoyami?
yeah, like we haven't
Oh.
seen
We
like
haven't
his
seen
dad's
his.
like a condor.
We haven't seen. We haven't seen
But
Kakury's parents
what I was
yet
gonna say
either.
is, in
Are
the
they
manga-
invisible too?
In the manga, they have a side story
Yeah.
with Suyu, and you
I
get to
heard
see
about
her. You get to see that her family is they're all frogs.
Her
Wow.
voice is annoying.
Oh, she's great, dude.
I'm not saying she isn't, yeah.
She's great. So, anyways, so that pretty much wraps up the 5th episode, right?
And then some.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we kind of.
Yeah, we didn't
Kinda
get to see
skimmed
other people's quirks until
Right.
like
yeah.
2 episodes
Well,
later.
then let's jump into it. So,
Yeah, we forgot about the ice, like the. Oh no, you didn't. You mentioned him like 20 minutes ago. Never mind. Go ahead.
so the next one is Rage You Damn Nerd.
Rage, you damn nerd!
In this one, they get their costumes.
Yeah.
Some look real.
So let's talk a little bit about the costumes. What do you guys dig? What costumes do you guys dig? And which ones do you
Bakugo's.
think are a little silly? Yeah, Bakugo's is great.
One
It's
of
a
the
little silly with like the grenade bracelets.
Oh, but it
Yeah,
looks
but
so
it makes
cool,
and
man.
it makes sense kind of because they're containers.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
hold the
I'm
sweat.
glad that they gave it
Plus,
a
it's
reason.
intimidating. That's what he wanted.
The
you know?
grenade bracelets are intimidating.
If you saw Homeboy walking up to you, wouldn't you be like, "I'm gonna go the other way"?
I'd be like, "Where's the gay pride parade?" Sir?
No,
No, it's
you can't
it's
say
just
that.
too big and round. Like it just takes away from the because otherwise he's muscular and the suit is almost. It's obviously not military, but it has kind of a combat aesthetic.
right.
The grenades are too much,
Okay,
just from an aesthetic standpoint. Granted, yes, they did have a purpose,
right.
but just from looking,
I personally thought Bakugo's was like badass.
Oh, I
when
love
first saw it.
Bakugo's.
I love it. Deku's.
Deku's just
hilarious.
homemade.
It's homemade, and
Yeah,
that's the best.
His
like,
mother made it.
His mom is just his biggest fan. She just loves him so much. I love that.
He reminds me of that character Merle picked in New Super Luigi U.
Oh, a Nabbit. Yeah.
I can
character
see
you
it.
hated.
Yeah.
Oh
so
my
much.
god.
Other thing about Nabbit was invincible, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
Deku is definitely
correct. No. But most of them are pretty. I think, like Aoyama has. He just basically has a cape.
he's got
He
a
always wears that.
yeah. He's got the cape. He's got like some knight armor.
Yeah,
some
but he
big
always
ass
wears that
glasses.
belt.
It's sort of a conquistador style where it has like the tassets or whatever.
You,
like the
you
big.
see later on in a later episode that he has some like knee pads
Yeah,
that can actually
channel the laser
channel
down.
the laser thing down and shoot out of his like knees.
Knees. I think he's also got some on his shoulders.
Does he?
Too.
Yeah, I think so. Later on.
Todoroki's is kind of interesting in this. He doesn't use this
Very often.
very often.
Todoroki.
Especially once he starts using his.
I actually don't think he uses it
This
anymore.
is the
after
only
this.
episode
Yeah.
you see it in. After
Yeah,
this, he
that
never.
where
no,
it's
no, no.
like ice
in
on one
Oh,
side
yeah.
at the very end, when they go to the
to USJ.
yeah,
Nine
he
times out
uses
of
it
10,
in
he's usually just in the
school uniform.
scorm. The school. The school athletic uniform.
Michael Scorm.
Michael Scorn. So Deku's though is he like drew it out one night, and I guess his mom noticed it and tried to
Emulate it.
emulate it and get it for him, but it's
It's
him
green.
trying to be
It's a ripoff of
All
All
Might.
All
Might.
Might. Yeah, so
You
like
got the
He ends up
His
looking like
ears
a
are like
bunny
hair.
rabbit.
he does look like a bunny rabbit, but
with a big,
the ears are meant to be All Might's hair, and then his mouth guard is supposed to look like a smile.
Smile like his.
But so this episode is all about their first class with All Might,
Mm-hmm.
and in it, All Might's putting him to a test,
walking through the door like a hero.
and his test is so
It's heroes
he's
versus
teaming up
villains.
two students, one. And then they're going to go against another team of two. So one team's going to be a heroes, one team are going to be the villains.
And it's all decided
And-
by lots.
Right. And the heroes are meant to go into a building that the villains are in and find either
bomb.
capture the villains or capture the bomb that's in it.
that they're defending.
And so this whole this one and the next episode is like all about pretty much all just the very first
Tess.
test, the very first matchup, which is of course
Bakugo.
Deku and Uraraka
versus
Deku
versus
Kacchan
and
Ida, who are the villains. So Deku and Uraraka are the heroes, and Ida and Kacchan are the villains. And so we get to see some of that knowledge that Deku possesses,
lots and lots of knowledge.
Lots and lots and lots of stalking, lots and lots of long nights thinking about what's he supposed to do, what's he gonna do when he gets his hands on Bakugo, just a lot of things.
It is a lot of things. But so they when they get into the building, of course they're attacked by Bakugo, who
Right
has
off.
decided to run off on his own.
Yeah,
Not a team
he's
player.
pissed
Right.
at Deku,
Yeah.
more than usual.
Right. And well, that's because, he's pissed because Deku's supposed to be quirkless. He apparently doesn't really know what happened in the entrance exam.
Yeah,
Well,
because
they were in different
because they're in different zones.
So,
And I'm sure he was like,
So the first time he's witnessing it is with the ball,
yeah,
so he's
and-
been stewing in his
Right,
hatred
so-
for
so
a while.
he wants to go against Deku, quirk to quirk, and so, but Deku obviously is like,
He won't use
my
it.
quirk, because I'll probably kill somebody.
he'll kill somebody and he'll be out of the fight.
Exactly, and so he's trying to find ways to not use the quirk, do anything, just use his knowledge to.
And in the meantime, he sent Uraraka off to find the bomb.
Right, because Kacchan is focused just on Deku. He totally forgot that there was another person in that thing.
There was something I was supposed to be doing.
Yeah. And so Deku actually gets the better of him at first. He's able to use that knowledge that he has. Apparently, Kacchan always goes for starts with a right hook, and anytime he's fighting, and so Deku uses that, and he gives him a cool,
judo arm drag.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is also when, interlude between Uraraka finding the bomb and Ida going on his crazy
Ida's pretty funny in this one.
spree. Kacchan has caught on to what Deku's doing and is moving so fast that he's not giving Deku a chance to think through a strategy to effectively deal with him. So
Right,
he's kind of started thinking a few steps ahead.
Right. That's once he does Deku run away? This is after he catches him again, right?
Yeah.
So Deku runs, and this is where he's thinking like, okay, I can do this if I can just keep Kacchan away from Uraraka and Ida, and then maybe I can capture him, and then we can go together to get the bomb.
Yeah. But it doesn't work that
But
way.
yes, Kacchan schows up. It's kind of
And
scary.
this is when we find out about what those gauntlets are actually.
It's kind of scary because he shows up at the end of the hallway, and one of his things is glowing, and he's like,
it's ready.
he's very he's not yelling either. He's just he's talking to him in a real calm,
Deku says, "I'm not afraid of you." He gets real mad for a second, then he's like, "All right, let's go."
And so
And then he does
Kacchan shows off one of the things about his costume, which is, I think Merle had mentioned earlier, builds up the sweat in that grenade gauntlet, and then can release it into this huge ass.
In his arm pinata.
Yes, exactly. and so Kacchan goes ahead and does it, even though All Might spends the whole time up there saying to himself I need to stop this, but he just
And then
doesn't.
as soon as he gets ready to pull the pin, All Might is like, "Don't do it."
It'll be
that
fine if
doesn't
he just
mean-
dodges.
Yeah, and then he does it anyways, and Deku doesn't dodge, gets blasted halfway down the hall, and this is when the whole, like you said, the whole time Uraraka's up a few floors up, dealing with Ida. Ida's gone a full on villain.
Yeah, they are on the radio with each other, and she said, "He's seen me. Don't worry. He's monologuing right now."
Yeah, that was
You
great.
damn! You caught me monologuing.
And then this is when Deku starts. Okay, Kacchan's moving too fast. I can't think of a strategy to deal with
Right.
him. So let me try to get a couple steps ahead, and then he starts coordinating with Uraraka to get
and
the
that
bomb
pisses,
up against.
Yeah, because
the,
he's ignoring
That
him.
pisses Kacchan off too, because
I tell you, man, it's that sexual tension.
he tries to
He
get.
just wants to be good enough for Deku.
No, I
I
think
want
and he wants
Deku
Deku to
Senpai
realize
to notice him.
oh no. So
He's talking to that side hoe.
this whole this whole time, like you say, he's corresponding with Uraraka. They're coming up with a plan. We don't know what it is as the viewer. But so Kacchan said, screw it. I got this other gauntlet. I'm going to give him another blast, And Deku's like, I'm going for it. I'm hitting him,
Yeah.
And this is where All Might
is
decides to
fixing
step
to
in and
stop.
say, no, don't do it.
Is like, I'm calling the match, and then right then it's like,
It is cool.
do
It is
now.
cool because Deku's going up. He's got his fist raised up here, and then right as he's, right about as they're about to hit, his arm goes down this way, and that's when he's like, "Okay, Uraraka now." And instead of hitting Kacchan,
he forces
He blocks-
his attack up.
right, he blocks Kacchan's attack on one
Yeah.
side with one arm,
And then-
does the one for all up.
Is that
And
the Detroit Smash?
The Detroit
Yeah.
Smash, yes, up, and it knocks the floors out.
Completely
which
out.
disorients Ida.
Right, which messes Ida up, which also gives Uraraka
Raka
some debris.
debris to send at Ida
Right.
to as a diversion to get her over him to grab the bomb.
She latches on.
She
It's
latches
funny
on,
how
it's so
she latches on
cute.
to it.
That was a meme for a while.
Was
I've heard it like
Yeah.
it's like this. She'd be like holding on to that.
Oh,
like
gosh.
that fits like the post right there.
And so that allows them to win.
They're beat to shit.
Well, Deku's done.
Yeah, and she's vomiting.
She's because she
She overused her quirk, so now
Um,
she's puking rainbows again.
and Ida actually is the MVP according to All Might of this.
Because he's the
test
only,
because
as Yaya Ruzu tells us, he's the only one that took the exercise.
seriously,
face
He
value.
was
yeah,
the most professional, certainly.
right, yeah, he
He followed the rules to a T.
exactly.
The
It's
other
like
ones.
when you're playing Call of Duty, like on Search and Destroy, and
You actually go for the
yeah, and you stay
The
to
objective
defend the
instead of
objective,
killing
and
people.
Bakugo's running around trying to get his KD streak up.
exactly.
I'm about to get my kills.
And so of course Deku has to go to Recovery Girl, and
And
the
she
others.
can't actually heal his wounds right away because his stamina is too peaked. To actually, if she were to heal him now, he'd die.
There is a moment between Bakugo and All Might because Bakugo's about to lose it.
Mhm.
He's all pissed. Like
Oh yeah, shaking and
he's
yeah.
like I lost, and then All Might comes and is like, it's okay,
yeah.
you got to deal with it.
And we also, after this, we get snippets from
Yeah, this is where we
everybody
get to
else.
see some people in action. Yeah,
Like the next one, I think, is
was it Todoroki?
Todoroki. Yeah, when he froze the whole
And so
building.
Soji,
Shinjo.
something,
Shinjo.
Batman.
Not Batman.
Versus Hagakure and Ojiro. And then oh God, I can't remember who. I know Kaminari and Jiro were teamed up together.
Yeah. Oh,
They-
we didn't actually.
Momo and Mineta were teamed up together.
Sato and Koda.
Yeah, because Koda was freaked out about Sato's
Yeah,
Like-
Tape Arms and
Kirishima.
Kirishima were together.
But yeah, so we get to see some of the others' quirks a little bit in action.
more often than like the only one we actually saw actually finish the trial was Todoroki, because everyone else it was just kind of them setting up and
Yeah.
using their quirks at least once.
Let's see. Then let's see. What's another big moment? Well, I know when Deku comes back to class after he's woken up, everybody's like,
They did reveal that only like what's her name? Recovery Girl?
Recovery Girl.
Recovery Girl and the principal.
Oh,
and one close friend.
Yes.
Like those are the only people that know.
About
Yeah.
One for All.
One for
Yeah.
all.
Right. Yeah.
Although everyone else knows that he's injured.
All the other UA faculty.
Only
Yeah,
the
all-
faculty know he's
yeah.
injured.
Yeah.
Nobody else knows about
Well,
that, like the
adults,
public.
the
Yeah,
real
yeah.
people, not the kids. Kids don't matter.
Kids' lives so matter.
Cannon fodder.
But we get to see like Deku comes back and the kids are all
That was awesome.
yeah they're kind of becoming friends now. They're getting to know each other.
Camaraderie is
Yeah.
building.
Which in a brief flash, it sort of shows the comparison of how his middle school years were.
Yeah.
Like where everyone just shit all over him.
Yeah.
And now he's, part of the gang.
No, he's one.
Yeah,
of
and
the
we got
guys.
snippets of like his how much Deku was like
praising.
he praised Kachan. Yeah,
He
was,
worshipped the ground he,
He did,
walked
yeah.
on.
because he was just so cool, and he was that quirk was just so awesome, and he was so fearless. And
And Bakugo did not reciprocate.
no, Bakugo didn't really.
They
care.
were general, like legit friends up until his quirk manifested.
Exactly. Yes. Even though he still seemed like he was a dick though
Yeah.
when he was
But-
young.
After you meet his mother,
Well, yeah.
you kind of understand where that's coming from.
He also popped off to All Might when All Might tried to
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. All Might sneaks up. Well, not sneak up. He.
blasts in.
Deku.
Puts him on blast.
Well, Deku finds Kachan,
yeah.
and he tells him like, "All right,
This is how it is.
my quirk was given to me. I can't tell you by
He
who.
pretty much
but,
tells them the truth. It's the classic, I'm going to tell you the truth, and you're not going to believe me.
Right. And
Because the truth is always the hardest to believe.
and that's when All Might shows up, and he like puts his hand on Bakugo's shoulder, and Bakugo's like, "Get your hand off me, All Might! Don't touch me, All Might!"
I'm going to surpass you one day. That's just his personality.
Right.
Like, when they pick hero
But
names.
it's still though, it's still weird that
Yeah.
well, not weird, but it's still like
What'd you think of
harsh
those,
that he instead of just saying like, instead of just saying, "All right, yeah, I'm gonna surpass you one day," he was like, "Don't fucking touch me," to like a pro hero and a
Yeah.
teacher now, So Bakugo just doesn't give a
an
shit,
ass.
man. He doesn't care who he's talking to.
And that does not change.
Nope.
Not yet, anyway.
Well, not even where. I mean,
Yeah.
I've only read.
That's what I'm saying, not
Yeah.
yet.
We've read 13 America has 13 volumes in manga form. But I know there's
In Japan,
200
they've passed
something
200 chapters of the manga.
and then of course we
How
have
does that compare to volumes? Like, what's the exchange rate?
there's like 6 chapters in a volume,
It's a lot.
so quite a bit. We're in the hundreds.
Yeah.
In volume 13 I think is like it's got to be in the early hundreds.
Yeah.
So we're close to 100 behind.
But
Chapters.
see, we get a volume every month, but they get a chapter every week.
man. How awesome would that be?
Yeah. Too bad we can't read kanji.
I know.
Otherwise, we could.
Never too late.
True enough. We could go grab some Rosetta Stones. And
78. There's six per volume, it's 78.
So there's got to be more than 6.
There you go.
In
It's like
a volume.
I thought it was like 6. It might be a little
I
more.
know
It might be 8.
because I just finished the spin-off manga, the first volume of that, Vigilantes. It was 6 chapters.
Maybe
it might
it
be
is
6
6 chapters. In which case, we're nowhere near.
There's
one.
also there's the thing called the internet, so I can look it up.
Ooh.
Ooh, the internet.
So
Tell me more about this internet.
It's a thing where if you search into a
Invented by
search
Al
bar, you
Gore.
can find out anything.
Terabytes of pornography.
Terabytes, petabytes.
Now you're scared.
pedobytes.
A petabyte is 1,000 terabytes.
It's true.
Oh, I'm not doubting it.
Yeah, I'm just
So-
not touching it.
So, Kevin,
What?
where are we at on your like or dislike of My Hero?
Where's the
It's-
Now that
needle?
we're 8 episodes in.
It's improved greatly.
Okay.
But again, I understood, and even last episode of the podcast, I said I understand they have to build the universe before they can start telling the story.
Right.
And now we're starting to see bits of the story. And the action style it's good. It's engaging. You can tell what's going on. And it's not just like the most obvious use of the powers. Like Bakugo at one point had hooked Deku's arm and then used his blast power to get
Yes.
extra torque on the snap.
That's what I wanted to talk about. Yeah, because there was
He
one where he
grabs him,
flips
goes
over.
pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, that was a cool one. But there's also one where he
Flips.
goes in for the right hook.
Yeah.
Deku grabs him thinking, "Oh, I got this," Goes to flip him, but Deku uses his other one, or Kachan uses his other one to blast himself over Deku.
And get him in the back.
But this is the other thing. If you'll notice, when he gets over to this side, he uses one arm to stop himself from landing fully on the ground, and then uses the other arm to blast Deku in the back. Like, Kachan is like, he's seriously been practicing his, using his quirks. Or quirk.
118.
118 is where we're at?
That is what
Volume 13
Volume
ends at.
13 ended at.
Okay.
Okay, so we're a little bit further ahead than.
I will now look up how many chapters there are.
What is it? 218. So we're exactly 100 behind.
Underchained.
We should what I plan on doing hopefully for the next episode is like a manga comparison. So what I will do, I don't expect you guys to do this because I know you're not going to
No,
read
I'm
it.
not gonna play that game.
But what I want to do is just kind of give some comparisons, differences. What they take from the manga, what they don't.
Has there been any other than the reveal of All Might in the first episode? Has there been
The
any big
manga
deviations?
is the anime is quite on point with the manga.
There is some anime only stuff.
Yeah.
There's some stuff expanded upon, but that's just
Yeah, so
Par
that's
for
the
the
thing
course.
about
But
the
there's
thing I've
nothing
noticed.
just outright different except for the reveal of All Might.
Yeah, the thing I've noticed with anime, now that I've kind of dabbled in it a little bit, is that filler can get really bad.
Really, really bad.
There's actually, but this is
And there
really
is
good.
there is some filler in My Hero that we get to a little later on. But
there's
it's like
one full
it's
episode
good.
of filler.
Yeah, it's actually
I
good.
really enjoyed it.
So, not to spoil too much, what they do a little later on in the series, they have these internships with pro heroes. So each student goes to a pro heroes agency and interns with them for a week, and with that we get expanded. So, like in the manga, it might literally be like for instance, Suyu's. It's literally a panel where she says, "Yeah, I went to so and so's internship and we did this." That's all it is in the manga. But in the anime,
get
they
an episode.
dedicate a whole episode to that, and it's like
awesome.
it's awesome, So it's not like filler just for filler. Like it's
not filler
good.
for filler's
Yeah.
sake.
It's actually really good. It's not like, for instance, having Goku get a driver's license.
Okay, that was still I love that.
Come on, though.
That was an awesome.
It has nothing to do.
It
with
has
the
nothing to do with it,
fucking
but it
show,
was
though.
Yeah,
So-
what is he flexing on SpongeBob or what?
No,
It's like,
he
come
doesn't even
on.
get it. He fails. He fails miserably.
But at least this has something
There-
to do with.
it happens during the 3-year gap between the Android Saga and when Frieza showed up.
Well, don't. I don't know.
Have you watched the episode?
Mhm.
Okay.
I watched Z. I finally watched Z.
Couldn't imagine why.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you something real quick. I would
Tangent.
highly recommend reading the manga to anybody.
Manga,
I would not. I legit would not recommend watching the anime.
If you're gonna watch the anime, you have to watch Kai. If you watch
But that's the thing. Like, that's why I wouldn't
Because Kai
recommend it.
eliminates all the filler.
most
that's-
of it,
but-
there's like the driving episode is still in Kai.
See, that's why I wouldn't recommend
It was
it.
important.
It was important.
But all
If
the-
I have to tell you, okay, I would love for you to watch My Hero, but not like 50 episodes of it though. Like that right there is like I can't recommend.
Well,
that.
Kai is the entire story of Z. It's just they cut out 99% of the filler, and it's got better animation.
Filler's fine. Sometimes filler's
Sometimes filler.
Some
is
of the
fine,
Dragon Ball
but
Z
like
filler
I
it's
is
a good
said,
little
though,
story. It's good for character building when it wouldn't necessarily fit into
Like,
the current
I liked
plot,
an
and it's
ep-
good for world building.
on Super.
Yeah.
Like the second episode of Super.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Was Vegeta and family
yeah.
on a
On a
family
trip.
trip.
It was awesome.
And it was fucking great, And it had nothing. Nothing was
Nothing was accomplished.
nothing happened in that episode except Vegeta
It was a
and
nice
family
slice
on a
of
trip.
life in the Vegeta.
That
Vegeta
is
family
fun.
life
That
arc.
was funny and fun, and I enjoyed the episode. But again, if I have to tell you, I just can't bring myself to recommend to somebody, hey, watch an anime that's 600 episodes. And it's so amazing. I
Yeah,
just
it's
love
kinda
it.
like-
but just skip 300 of them though.
Okay.
It's like,
It's
watch
like,
okay.
Naruto.
Okay. Look.
Is it really that
Okay,
good
look.
an anime?
Everything after the
Okay.
battle
I'll tell you
with
what you
Pain.
need to do. You go to YouTube and you watch 3 clips and you get everything you need to
Okay,
get out of it.
Dragon Ball Z, I think it's 297 episodes. Dragon Ball Z Kai is about 150.
Okay, that's still 100
And
too
4.
many.
Yeah, but that means
I'm telling you,
skip
I have-
all the shit and it looks better. Well,
They did leave the driving episode in though.
But it did leave the driving episode.
It's so fucking
shouldn't have said
good.
You can still skip one episode.
Okay.
Actually, I skipped the entire series, so
I
it's all
do-
filler to me.
I do really like. I had a fucking fantastic time reading Dragon Ball and watching Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball is the best stories
Yes,
in all of the series.
I I absolutely fucking loved it. Okay, and I still actually want to borrow. I may even just have to buy them, but I actually borrowed them from you. That series again just to reread them because I fucking
While
loved
you're
it.
reading One Piece,
I'm
also.
reading One Piece right now, so I can't do another one. Also, by the way, just gonna throw it out there. One Piece, Volume 1, 3 out of 5 stars. So if you're
For what I remember of the anime, which was the 4Kids dub,
mind you.
like 10 years ago, I did not like it.
yeah,
It's for kids.
I don't know. I don't know.
Mostly because every time like Luffy would punch somebody, the screen would flash, and so it wouldn't show the actual violence.
Well,
because it's for kids.
the manga actually, like I will admit, like in this manga, it's leaving a lot of shit out. Like it'll be like, oh, we're gonna fight, and here's the end of the fight. It's like, well, what the fuck? What the fuck just happened?
How long do you think a fight lasts? It's like 2 punches and it's over.
But no, and then like for instance, I went back, I looked at the page, I went back, and then I had to go back because like, so
Am I missing something?
Little Luffy. For spoiler alert for Volume 1 of One Piece. I don't know how many episodes this would be if you watch the anime, but
It's.
um,
I was about to say like how many episodes One Piece is. In
no.
general.
I'm just saying to get to this
800.
point in the thing. So Luffy wants to be a pirate. Wants to be
The king of the
pirates.
Pirates.
Okay.
He wants to find One
He wants to
Piece.
find
But
One Piece.
one, he can't swim. Two, before he's even able to learn how to swim, he eats the gum fruit,
Yeah, he doesn't
which
have a
turns
boat.
him rubber,
and he
and
can't
also
swim
makes him where he'll never be able to swim.
because they can't handle water.
So as a kid, though, he idolizes these pirates. This one specific pirate captain that comes to the village that he lives in. Well, then these mountain dudes, like these bad dudes that live in the mountains, come down every once in a while and cause trouble in the village, right? Well, the mountain captain dude talks shit about the pirate captain while he's off on a adventure, and Luffy hears him, so he picks a fight with him. He's just a kid, but he does have his rubber ability. And so the mountain captain decides to beat the shit out of Luffy. Well, at the pirate captain shows up right as he's getting the shit kicked out of him and tries to stop the fight, but the mountain guy kidnaps Luffy, takes him out to sea.
I remember this.
Okay.
I remember this vividly.
So it's
and-
like Wind Waker, but with the ginger split.
Kind of. All right. So then
It really is. Now I think about it.
Luffy, the mountain dude, kicks Luffy out of the boat, right? But then gets eaten by a fish. Well, then
So he turns into
it
Jonah.
just so happens that the pirate captain shows up right as the big fish thing is going to eat Luffy, and he rescues Luffy while he's in the water, right? And like it's weird. The pirate captain like stares down the fish,
the fish.
right? And the fish turns away. And then when we come back to the pirate captain, he's holding Luffy like up to him. They're swimming in the water. He's missing an arm. Like his arm is gone. He's bleeding out of his arm. And I kept flipping back like, where the fuck did that happen? It never shows like the fish bite him or anything. I thought maybe the fish did. So then I flipped back even more and I was like, well, did it happen in their little scuffle with the mountain guys before the mountain dude took Luffy? It didn't happen there. So I'm like flipping back. Where the fuck did he lose his arm at?
Was it censored?
I don't
This,
know.
this is volume 1, right?
Volume 1.
Okay. This was years ago. I don't think that the scene you're describing right now, I don't think that happens in the anime till 200 episodes later.
The feck?
I vividly remember I watched like the first 40 episodes of One Piece. I didn't see any of that.
Really? I wanted to text the dude that lent me all these One Piece mangas.
I was like, "Does the pages fall out of here?"
I need to text him and just be like, what the fuck happened here? Like, when did dude?
When is this gonna get coherent?
But I mean, the rest of it was fine. Like I said, 3 out of 5 stars. That's what I rated it on. I do this Goodreads thing, but it was like, I don't know. That one really messed me up, though. That messed me up. That was a situation where the manga
Didn't show everything.
didn't
you
show what I needed to see, you know. And normally the mangas are fine with that, or all the ones that I've read, which I haven't read a whole lot. But again, I'm new at all this manga anime stuff, so Anyways, this is about My Hero.
And
Oh
we
yeah,
just
I
went
found
off
out.
on
Wow.
I found out. I said we were on like 112, 104, something like that in English.
118.
118. In Japan right now, the latest volume was the Todoroki Family,
Shh.
192.
Oh, so we're not that far behind.
Okay.
And they're up to volume 20. I'm not gonna say the name of it.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Volume 20 or something like that. And those in the volumes, of course, they're up to 177.
Okay.
So Shonen Jump is not that much farther ahead than they are in volumes.
Okay.
But Merle, you said it takes a month.
That's
I think
what I
it's-
thought you said.
I think it's more. I think it's a couple months, I think.
like you,
At least 2 to 3,
you
I
said
thought.
that they get a chapter every week.
No,
We
every
get
week
a
it does.
volume every month.
I don't know. I don't think it's every month. Is it?
That's what you said.
When
It
the-
might be.
When
It
did the
might
last one come out? It was like a couple weeks ago. Like
no, 13 came out forever ago.
All right.
Vigilante came out a couple weeks ago.
I don't know.
I can look up because I think I've pre-ordered the 14th volume
Yeah.
on
From-
Amazon.
Dude, you're
Amazon.
killing me here. Go to Kapow Comics in Sherwood, Arkansas.
I do.
East Keel.
I'm going to James Doors.
Yeah,
to
Merle
get
just
mine.
gets them from me, which is fine. Which
Yeah.
I'm
Oh.
happy to
It's
do
like
because
games in reverse.
volume
all the years that I've been stealing games from Merle, it's about
Volume
time
14
that he's able to steal something.
comes out in 4 days.
Are you serious?
4 days.
Oh,
4
fucking
days.
A,
Comes out
dude.
August 7th.
Hell yeah!
Awesome. New
So
volume.
it might be a month.
Yeah.
I can
It
look
just
up.
seems like
I can
it's
look up when
so-
volume
it
A
13.
just
month
seems like
to
it's
5 weeks.
so,
Look up 13's release
I'm about
date
to.
if you can.
I guess it's just
That
I
month
want it
goes
so
by
bad,
really
yeah,
slow.
that it goes by so slow.
Watch, I'm gonna look and it was like it came out in February.
I don't think it came out.
No, it didn't come out in February.
Valentine's Day.
Volume 13 was fantastic. I can't wait for us to get to that stuff.
yeah.
Which we're at that stuff though.
Yeah, we're at that stuff in the anime right now.
The anime
June
is
Like,
like,
5th.
June
so it's
5th.
2. So it's about 2 months.
Yeah, it's about 2 months.
Okay.
Whatever.
I mean, look when 12 came out.
Well,
That is.
Kevin's microwaving something in there.
I think he turned on his AC in the bedroom.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's about 2. No, hold on, that's wrong. February 3rd is when 12 came out.
Are
February.
you microwaving something?
No, I turned the air conditioner
Oh,
on.
okay.
Not really.
So it's erratic. Sort of.
It could be like whenever they get it whenever they get it fully translated because
I will tell you.
Or maybe they're
I-
trying to stagger it with the anime. Kind
Yeah.
because 11 came
Because
out
the
in November.
anime's fixing to.
Wait, did that say?
I think after
It's fixing to catch up.
after the
my-
exam or after their licensing exam, I'm pretty sure it's
My Hero
probably gonna go
Academia
on its
volume
hiatus.
11 came out. It says here November 4th, 2016.
Okay, so that's a little off.
That might be from that may when it came out in Japan.
Oh yeah. I know we probably got. What do you think, Merle? 5 episodes
Mhm.
before it catches up to volume 13.
Yeah,
Because
that's not counting if they expand on things,
right,
Because they got the ninjas
they did
that
put the ninjas in there.
Todoroki has to face. They weren't in.
That
the
was
manga.
great.
Oh, they're not in there.
No.
They're in. You see one panel, but it's the end. Like Todoroki has taken
Done
them
his
down,
thing.
and he's like.
So we're
passed.
actually probably gonna see.
Ah,
Yeah, we're
that
gonna see
actually
the
happened.
action. Yeah.
okay.
So that is one good thing about the anime over the manga. Is sometimes they do give you a little more action, but I love reading the mangas. So what I originally was trying to get at with this is, hopefully on the next episode, I will do
Speaking of the
a
next
comparison
episode,
thing.
You know, there's 5 episodes left of the season.
We can probably just run it out then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
And then how are we going to do the next seasons? Or one, are we going to continue on with season 2 of this, doing it like we're doing, or are we going to jump over to another series?
That we can
I don't know.
discuss.
Yeah, we can discuss that later.
The thing
You
is,
could
about My Hero.
comment
My
in the
Hero.
comments section.
Yes, yeah, tell me what you guys think. Do you want us to continue doing My Hero, or you want us to jump onto another anime? And if anybody, and I mean anybody, suggests an anime, we're going to do it. No, I don't give a shit. If we got one listener that's like, if we got one listener, I'm in. you're my biggest
We
fan.
got
I'm
the
in.
we got the person that loves all the freaking. We'll be doing nothing but Techimoyo and
I don't know what that one is.
it's the racy animes.
Oh, okay. I can get down to the raciness.
Great.
Hey,
got that one guy.
sometimes you just really need to see some titties, but
Yeah,
you
we
don't want to see them.
Not
For real.
cartoon titties.
Let's just pile up 4 or 5 dudes at a time in my living room and watch hentai.
But let us know what you guys think. What do you want us to do next? We can continue on with My Hero. I'd be happy with that. I think
Yeah.
Logan would be happy with that.
Of course.
Kevin, would you be happy with that?
Well,
Like if you the way it's going now, would you be? You'd be
podcast
interested
be
in
damned.
seeing?
I'm probably gonna watch all of it.
Yes. So we got him. We got him.
Converted.
We're in. Yes.
Well, I mean, I don't have a series going on right now, except for the ones that update weekly, and that's
Yeah.
just never enough.
And if you want, I can, because I got season 2s.
I'll start watching it.
Okay.
Subtitle.
And then you can
So I can
watch season 3.
So I can
sometime.
acclimate to it.
I
You know?
got you. All right.
But yeah, so thank you all for listening. We will. Let's see. We already plugged everything, so
Bye.
that's it. That's it. Plus Ultra.
Yeah.